let's start with today's lovely recipe. Now in a bowl, I'm going to add 1 cup of almond flour. Now I have 1 cup of icing sugar which I've sifted. I'm going to add only half the quantity first, and I'm going to add half a teaspoon of almond essence. Now I'm going to knead this to a nice stiff dough. And now I'm going to add the remaining icing sugar which I have sifted. Now at the end of this video you will see how I prepare this almond flour at home. It's super simple, guys. So now that we have our dough ready for the Easter eggs, these are the different molds. Now these are the aluminium molds. These are the little plastic molds that you get in different shapes. This is another plastic mold, and these are some small little flowers. So now I'm going to start by just taking a small bit of the dough and of the marzipan dough, and I'm just going to smoothen it out by rolling it between my palms of my hands. And then I'm just going to put it into the mold, press it down firmly, and then just invert it like this, and you get the egg out ready. You just have to shape it a little bit. Now it does help if you even grease the mold a bit with a little bit of ghee or butter. Just shape it up a little bit and set it aside. Now I'll show you the other plastic molds that I have. Now if you're wondering where I get all of this, I go to Bandra West, and this is not a sponsored video, but I go to Cheap Jack and they have all of this almost all year round. So you can go and pick this up. It's available. And then you get these little chickens and you get the rabbit. So there are all different kinds of molds that they have. So either you grease the molds with a little bit of melted butter or melted ghee. Just brush it a little, not too much. And then of course the little bunny rabbit. Now I have many videos of different kinds of Easter eggs, so I'll leave the link to all of those videos down in the description box as well as the comment section. So in this video I'm not adding any kind of food color to the Easter eggs. I'm going to leave them very plain, but you can see my other videos in which I've added food colors and decorated them differently, so you can check that out. Now for the bunny rabbit, you just need to shape them up a little bit so you can get a little bit creative. And of course then is the plastic mold. You even get the silicone molds, but these plastic molds are so easy to work with. So just apply a little bit of melted butter and then just smoothen out. Ensure that you smoothen out the dough, and then just press it down and shape it up like this. Now I also have a video for my royal icing which I use for decorating the Easter eggs. I'll leave a link to that below, as well as I have a hot cross bun video, so I'll leave that. And now you can just be nice and be creative and make them look pretty by just adding some cupcake holders. And the sky is the limit for being creative with these Easter eggs, or you can keep them just as simple as you like. It's all your choice. So now I'm just adding a little bit of icing, just a little bit of different designs. And your no cook and eggless and vegan Easter eggs are all ready. So I hope you do try out this recipe. So at the end of this video, I'm going to explain to you how I make my almond powder at home. It's super simple, guys. In fact, I have a video on how to make the almond flour at home, but I said I'll include it in this video itself. Otherwise, you'll have to go and search for it, or sometimes I do forget to put all the links down below. So now just get creative, and these flowers, these are ready-made of course, and they're pretty reasonable. So if you're always a Cheap Jack, you can get a lot of variety of decorations and food decor over there. So now about the almond flour, I've taken exactly 1 cup of almonds and I've soaked them in about 2.5 cups of water. You can use regular water or warm water, and I've kept it for about 12 hours. Then you will see that the almonds swell up a bit. And then, after 12 hours, it's very easy to remove the peel of the almonds. So just peel them. The peel comes off very easily because we've soaked them for 12 hours. So all the almonds are ready. This is all the peel. Now take a nice dry clean kitchen cloth and just spread them out like this and keep them for 2 days at least. You might have to change the kitchen cloth twice, but ensure that they're completely dry, and then you put them into your mixer pot. And now we're just going to blitz it. We're not going to grind it. We're going to just blitz it. That is just blitz stop, and then you get this lovely fine powder. So just transfer it to a bowl. And then just to be, extra sure about it, we're just going to sieve it or sift it. And if there are any, almond particles still left, you can again blitz them in the mixer pot and again sieve them so you don't waste any of the almond powder that way. And then you get this very smooth and fine almond powder like this. So our almond flour or almond powder is all ready. And that's how you make it. So this is a super simple recipe. So I do hope you try out this recipe, guys. And all you have to do is add an equal amount of sugar and some almond essence, and you're all set to make your lovely Easter eggs. So friends, let's see this rum and raisin mini Easter eggs. So here I've taken 1/4 cup of raisins or kishmish. I'm going to add 1/4 cup of dark rum. Cover the bowl and set it aside for 4 to 5 hours. Now you can see that the raisins have soaked up all the rum and tripled in size. Now here I have 200 grams of milk chocolate compound. You can either melt it in your microwave or you can do it on a double boiler. A double boiler is nothing but a vessel full of water on top of which you keep a glass bowl and just melt it. Now I have this silicone mold. And it has these mini Easter egg shapes like this. So something different for this Easter. So I'm filling the mold up only halfway with the melted chocolate. This is such an easy recipe. You can get your family members, especially kids, to do it. It's a real fun activity. You can also use white chocolate if you want to make it look even more pretty. And then I'm going to add a little of the soaked raisins, say about 2 per mold or 2 per egg. Now if you don't want to use the rum and you want to keep it like alcohol free, you can also soak these in honey as another alternative. And then I'm going to add the remaining chocolate on top to seal up the mold. You can also use dark chocolate. The options and they are endless. And then just tap it down so that everything gets evenly spaced. And now you're going to put it into your fridge for about till it sets, like an hour or so. And then since it's a silicone mold, the eggs really come out very quickly. You don't have to work at it. And that's it, guys. Your lovely rum and raisin mini Easter eggs are all ready. So you can even buy these very small cupcake holders and put them in that and make them look pretty, or you can even wrap them up in some cellophane paper, transparent paper, and make them look like little chocolates. I hope you try out this recipe. Well, friends, today I'm going to be giving you a step by step explanation of how to make Easter eggs. It's very simple, and once you get into the knack of making it, you're never going to order Easter eggs or buy them. The joy of making them yourself is really, really a different feeling altogether. And it has very few ingredients. Let me take you through what you will need. So these are the few ingredients and the molds and the cupcake holders, but the ingredients are just three. Now I'm going to be using about 400 grams of sifted icing sugar, which I've already bought from the store. Now you can use half the quantity if you're just beginning and making it for the first time. So stick to exactly half the quantity. So you use 200 grams if you're making it for the first time. So since I used 400 grams of icing sugar, I'm going to use 200 grams of cashew nuts. You have to use 100 grams of cashew nuts. I'm using 2 egg whites. If you're making half the quantity, only 1 egg white and a few colors. And you can use the gel colors, you can use the liquid colors, whatever you are comfortable with. Then I'm using a weighing scale. If you don't have one, don't fret again. Just when you go to the store and you buy it, just tell the person what is the quantity you're looking for. And these are a few fancy molds that I got, and a few flowers and some decoration for the Easter egg. Now this is my favorite because I love the round shape and it's easier to work with. And of course, I also have some icing cones, and these have been given to me by my very close friend Nilesh Karbatkar. He is a great chef, and I asked him for these icing cones. And you require a large tray, a spatula, and a pan. So if you get all your ingredients together, we can start making this amazing Easter eggs, which is really very simple, friends. So I'm going to start by measuring out the icing sugar. Now, if you're making icing sugar at home, please sieve it or sift it. It's very important for a smooth texture for the Easter eggs. So here I've taken 400 grams. Like I said, if you're a beginner, just start with 200 grams of icing sugar. Now this is a store-bought sieved and sifted icing sugar. Now here I'm using broken cashew nuts because anyway we have to grind them. So I've measured my quantity and I'm just going to put them into my mixer pot, grind them, and again sift them and sieve them. It's very important to sieve and sift both of these ingredients. These are all the 3 ingredients you require, friends. And I'm going to be using a non-stick pan. You can use any pan that you're comfortable with. Now first I'm going to put in the cashew nut powder on a very low heat. Keep an eye on it, keep stirring it for about a minute or so. Now we're just going to add the icing sugar. Again, mix everything together. Don't worry if your icing sugar flies here and there. Don't bother to go and clean it up. Just concentrate on the mixture. Add in your egg whites. And then you'll see that as you keep stirring everything, this will take about a minute or a minute and a half, everything starts coming together. It will take some time. Just keep stirring. Put everything together. Just keep on stirring for about a minute and a half. You will find that everything starts coming together very easily. Stick to these quantities, friends, and your Easter eggs will come out fantastic. Just keep stirring. You can see that everything starts coming together. Now just put the pan down, and with the residue heat, keep stirring, and you will see that the mixture starts leaving the sides of the pan and becomes into one entire mass. Now we're going to do a water test. Just take water which is at room temperature. Take a little bit of the mixture, and if you can form a smooth ball very easily, your mixture is ready. Now just transfer the mixture onto a tray or a plate or even any surface which you're comfortable to work with, because you're going to need this. And while it is still warm, not hot, we're just going to knead it. You can add a little bit of desi ghee or clarified butter to make the process easier. and just keep kneading it for a minute or two till it becomes a very nice smooth ball like this. Now I'm going to divide them into different parts because I'm going to color them. Now I found the gel color was really good. It didn't stain my hands, whereas the liquid color, although a little on the cheaper side, was, my hands were all red and green. So I liked these colors. You can use whatever colors you want. You can use whatever molds you want. So just butter up or put a little bit of clarified butter on the molds, and then just put the marzipan filling inside. And all you're left to do is just decorate. Again, this year my daughter Ira decorated all of these Easter eggs. Even last year's video, I'll leave all the links below. Ira had done all the decoration. She's really good at it. Now these are the other shapes, the little chicken, the rabbits. Don't they look really pretty? Now you can use pastel colors, you can use whatever colors you get your hands on, and put them into these little cupcake holders, because they really, elevate it just looks more beautiful. You can mix 2 or 3 colors together and get a marble effect. Now I made these little mini Easter eggs too. Even they look very pretty. So the recipe is so simple, friends. So try it out. Make your Easter eggs this year. Let me know in the comments box below how yours turned out. And then if you want to give them to your family and friends, just put them into these little plastic bags, which are easily available. Tie up some ribbon and make them look really fancy and pretty. So I hope you liked today's recipe. I hope you're inspired by it. And here are a few pics of all the Easter eggs that were made. If you liked this video, please don't forget to give it a big like. Please share my recipes with family and friends. Support Akshata's recipes by just hitting the red subscribe button that you see below this video. Once you have subscribed, click the bell so that you won't miss out any of my recipes. Now I have put up another 4 recipes of Easter eggs last year. I'll leave all of those links below. I have a very, very easy... Hi everyone, today we're going to make some chocolate and caramel Easter egg recipe. So let's begin. This recipe calls for just 2 ingredients. That is, you require some cooking chocolate or some dark chocolate compound and some caramel syrup. Now you can also use milk chocolate compound, but I prefer dark chocolate. So here I'm using about 200 grams of dark chocolate compound, and I'm using the ready-made Hershey's caramel syrup. You can use any caramel syrup, or I'll leave a recipe for how to make caramel syrup in my description box below. Here I'm just using a double boiler, that is a steel vessel with a glass bowl on top, and you should ensure that the glass bowl doesn't touch the water in the vessel. Now besides that, I've just turned on the heat so the water starts boiling. Now this is an egg mold that you get. It's very easily available, and it's easily available too. Besides that, I'm using this small little pourer, because when I put the melted chocolate into this, it becomes very easy for me to pour it into the mold without making a mess. And you can use any hot pan or any hot vessel, because once our eggs are set, all we need to do is just heat the rim so we can seal the eggs. Now you can use this, you can use a regular frying pan, you can even use a microwave safe plate that is just heated up a little so that the rim melts. Now we're going to start by melting our dark chocolate compound into the double boiler. This takes just about 5 to 8 minutes. As you can see, the chocolate is melted. Like I said, you can go for milk chocolate, you can even try the white chocolate compound. The options are endless, but I love dark chocolate, so I'm going to be making them with dark chocolate. Now even the egg molds, you get different size ones. So now you can see that our chocolate is completely melted. So all I'm going to do is just pour it into the small little pourer. That really makes work very easy, and you don't have a mess all over the mold. So you can try and get in all of the goodness of the dark chocolate. Now I also have another recipe which I will leave down, where I have the hollow egg Easter egg, where you fill it up with M&Ms or gems. I'll leave a link for that below. I also have a recipe for Marzipan Easter eggs. I'll leave a link for that below. I also have a recipe for Eggless Easter eggs, and a recipe for peanut butter and chocolate Easter eggs. So now once we have filled up the molds, just swirl it around so that it coats the entire mold. Now I'm not making it very deep. I want it to be, you know, 3/4 full, because I just want to add a little caramel into it once it is set. So that's why I'm not making it very deep. I'm leaving it, just up to 3/4 of the chocolate should be there. Now, if you don't have a mold, don't worry. If you have these normal egg molds that I use for my marzipan egg Easter eggs and all, you can even use that. So just fill this up. The most important thing is to refrigerate this for 1 hour. Both the molds, I'm going to put it in the refrigerator for 1 hour till it nicely sets. And after waiting patiently for 1 hour, our chocolate is all set, and you don't even have to do anything. You just tap the mold and your eggs are out. So you can see we've got the 2 halves of each egg. And like I said, it's not completely hollow. It is 3/4 full of chocolate. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to heat up the pan. Actually, I've taken a bowl and I'm just going to heat it up. You can use, like I said, a normal frying pan. You can use a plate that is heated up in the microwave. All we need it for is to melt the rim of the other half of the egg. Now I'm filling up one of the eggs with caramel, just about a teaspoon of caramel. And now once my pan is nice and hot, all I'm going to do is I'm putting it into the mold, because then it's easier to hold the egg along with the caramel, and the caramel doesn't spill all over. So that's also a good idea. Just keep it in the mold and just pour the caramel, and then we melt the other half a little, just the rim, and seal up the egg. So I'm showing you how. It's it's on a low flame, so it's just very lightly hot. It's not very hot. So just rub the rims of the egg for a second, and then just put it onto the other half and press it down so that it gets sealed. Now don't worry if a little bit of the chocolate has come out. Later on, once we demold it, you can just heat a knife and just run it around the rims to make it nice and smooth. This chocolate is so easy to work with that it just takes the shape of the egg so well. So again, we're going to refrigerate this for an hour. We have to have patience to completely let this set. So it takes about a good hour. Now I'm showing you the other one too. That is the regular mold, which I love using. It's my favorite. Just again, put a little bit of caramel. Again, heat up at the other end. Just the rims, just roll it around like that. And once you press it onto this, just with your fingers, because of the heat, you can just even it out very nicely. So just keep it in the mold, because that way it holds its place very well and it's very easy to work with also. So again, after waiting for 1 hour patiently for everything to set, and for just shaping up the rims a little with a little bit of a warm knife that I use. I just smoothened out the edges where the two halves meet. Just run a hot knife around it, and with your fingers just even it out, and your lovely chocolate and caramel eggs are ready. Now you can go ahead and decorate them with icing and flowers, but I just wanted to leave them plain. So I hope you liked today's recipe. I hope you give it a try. It's something different. And once you bite into this, you're going to have some lovely caramel all oozing out of the lovely chocolate egg.
Everybody, and welcome back to Akshata's Recipes. Welcome to my channel. So as you can see over here, I have made these Easter eggs, and they are completely without any sugar, without any eggs, no flour, nothing that is unhealthy has been put into these eggs. So, people who have diabetes or not supposed to have any sugar can definitely make these eggs and have them. They're so delicious and they're just packed with flavor. So I have used really healthy ingredients. You will see it as you go in the recipe. So let's just jump straight ahead into today's lovely recipe. Did you like the recipe? Are you going to make it? Leave your comments down in the comment section below. If you like today's video, don't forget to click the thumbs up icon that you see somewhere below this video. That I do need those likes. Also, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, guys. Lots of you are viewing my recipes but not subscribing. I need those subscribers too. If you want Akshata's recipes to, keep on going on YouTube and keep on showing your new recipes, then you need to hit that red subscribe button. Also, when you do hit the red subscribe button, don't forget to hit the bell icon, click on all. That way, whenever I put up a recipe, you'll get a message for the same, so you won't miss out anything happening on my channel. Stay tuned to my channel. Loads and loads of recipes are coming up. So, stuff which is easy, quick, delicious, and healthy. So that said, thank you so much for being here, and I'll catch you soon in my next video. This is Akshata signing off. Bye!